Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon.
Whatever. Actually, it's Wednesday.
Ah.
So it's whatever Wednesday, so we're not
Whatever
drinking
Wednesday.
bourbon.
All right, Ben, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, it's a special one, kind of, right?
Sure. I mean, it's in a very nice looking container.
What's in the box?
So this is, we not that long ago did a Crown Royal episode on Whatever Wednesday, because we know Crown Royal is a very popular, whiskey for people. And I think most people use it as a mixer, but it's
from Canada. I mean, it is America's hat, and we're in Minnesota.
Yeah, there are neighbors to the north.
Yeah.
So this one is a special one because this is the Noble Collection French Oak Cask Finished. So,
Comes in a box, comes in a tube.
yeah.
Looks really nice.
Looks fancy and snazzy. You want to do the
It's got a great looking
honors?
bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a cool bottle. So 80 proof still.
80 proof. We don't know the age, but it's finished in new French oak casks.
So finished. So is it already barrel aged then in whatever
It's
their,
hard to tell.
their policy is on aging?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's not a wine cask finish. They
No,
just
it's new.
refinished it in, so this might be like a double oak, but the secondary
Exactly.
oak being a new cask versus
They actually don't have the word double in Canada. Maybe that's the problem.
What? I'm just wondering where this is going.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Now, I remember the Crown Royal wasn't bad.
I actually really like it.
It's
an
basic,
occasional,
but
a lot of people use it as a mixer, but the reality is it's better. I like it. It's a good whiskey if you just want something to sip on. It's low proof.
It's 80 proof, but if you want something lower proof, sure.
It's definitely not bourbon, but it does have some nice flavors. And if someone doesn't really care for bourbon, A, thanks for watching, but B.
Now leave.
Oh, everybody's welcome.
This got a great nose.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. A lot of really complex, I'm getting like fruity.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fruity, almost floral notes.
There's still some of that.
But it
there's
does
kind
have-
of almost some traditional bourbon notes in
Like
there, brown
char
sugary
almost,
and char. Yeah.
Which I know that shouldn't be there, but
Well, maybe the original cask was a charred cask.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's-
Or like a used bourbon cask. Or something
sure,
like that.
right. Anyway, it does smell really good.
It's got a lot of sweetness to it, but yeah, I'm getting some of that fruit too.
Yep.
All right, let's go in for it.
Okay.
Definitely the nose kind of smells above 80 proof, so let's see what the palate
Fair
does.
enough.
It really...
Give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Are you having the same experience that I am where like, that just kind of, the nose was really bold and then like,
You having an off day or something?
oh, it just seems really thin to me.
Oh no. Well, I think it started maybe Tad, and it built and built and built.
Okay.
Promise I've not had anything to drink until that first sip. I promise. I think it has a ton of like spice and character. It's very bourbon-esque, but it's more like barrel char, and then the alcohol, and then the alcohol itself, or I'm sorry, the whiskey itself is maybe a tad more apple than like corn from a bourbon.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
But it's
second
similar.
sip was,
I think there's a lot happening.
the second sip was better. We recently had one where the nose was really great, and then I said that just kind of fell off. And I wonder if it was the Crown Royal.
No,
I don't think it was.
Well, we recently did a review with 12.
I think it was one of those, yeah.
And
So
they were mostly bad. 12 bourbons, that was.
Mm-hmm. The flavors are good, but the 80 proof is hamstringing this whiskey. I really think that like the,
So
it's
what's less than hamstringing? Perhaps holding back.
yeah.
I think it's really good. It has great flavors.
It does.
Definitely at 95 proof, this would be amazing.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, for somebody who likes an easier, lower proof sipping whiskey, because not everybody likes higher proof stuff like we do.
Yep. Give it time.
Flavor-wise, and like this is really good. So this would be a perfect, if you want to get somebody who's maybe not the most experienced, but you want to get them something nice, comes in a cool bottle, has great flavor, but drinks really easy, more of like a beginner level sort of.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
They say Basil Hayden is the most gifted whiskey.
Bourbon.
I would say this, honestly, this would make a great gift whiskey for someone that,
absolutely agree.
for again, someone who's maybe a little newer though.
And price-wise, like this came in, I think at $58, and that was about a year ago. And that's what, 912,000 Canadian dollars, or who knows? Exchange rates are hard.
Yeah, it's something like that. So yeah, get it in the U.S.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's it's kind of changing a little bit with each sip, a little bit too. You know, I mean, it's staying within its lane, but like the level of flavor is kind of fluctuating. You know.
So my one criticism of this, and it's not so much criticism of this as it's what I'm looking for. It gets so close flavor-wise, to delivering a bourbon, but then it changes because it's not a bourbon. You know what I mean? And I happen to be like, I have bourbon on the name of my shirt because why? I like bourbon.
Sure.
So it gets close, but then it like lets you down, and it's my expectation, not Crown Royal.
I think for me, the proof is what's letting me down. And I know we say that a lot because we like things at around that 100 proof point, and then we love like the cask strength stuff too, but you don't always want to.
We feel like it's
130 proof whiskey, but this one in particular, I think more so than maybe most of the other ones that we've said this would benefit from a little more proof, because if it's at 80 proof, it could benefit from some more proof in my opinion, no matter what. I don't have to drink it to know that.
Sure.
That's for my taste though.
Yeah.
But I really feel like there's a lot of great stuff going on here that is just kind of getting really tamped down by that. It's overly watered. That's what I'm getting, almost like that thinness. It's almost like a water. Like it's.
So I don't think
great flavor.
That's not exactly what I'm getting. What I'm getting is I feel like this is really a rye whiskey. You know, for the most part. I mean, it is Canadian. That's how they advertise it, but it's probably
pretty rye forward.
Pretty rye forward.
Yeah.
Which is not my favorite type of whiskey. I don't hate it.
That being said, I'm not getting those traditional rye notes though.
Yeah, but I'm getting a lot of the barrel, you know, which you would think as they're advertising the, you know,
the secondary finished French oak.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is, I mean, it's just a great bottle. I mean, it looks fancy, you know. So yeah, I would recommend this as a good gift whiskey for someone who's maybe kind of dabbling in getting into whiskey or something like that, where you'd spend, you know, 50, 55 bucks, you know, get them something fancy looking.
I actually really like it. It does come across on the tongues different though. It's not the sweetness of bourbon. Maybe you're just sometimes in the mood for something different.
Sure.
So I think this has a place.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's got a lot of great flavors to it.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a little side-by-side on this?
With the basic Crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. A couple more glass. I drank the rest of mine. I happen to have some Crown Royal over here. It's almost like we thought we might end up doing this.
There's always a possibility of a special guest appearance by a special guest.
Yeah.
So this is also 80 proof.
So I need to pour a tad bit more of this.
I wonder why you need that.
Drank it too fast.
Oh,
for my blend at the end?
It's now become the expectation.
Yeah. I mean, I did small pours, but I don't need a whole lot.
Yep.
So my regular Crown is on the right now. We're gonna. All right, so this is the regular. This is the normal Crown that I have here.
That's this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know which one's which now?
Well, I have, mine are like this.
Okay, yeah, that's how I've got mine too.
Okay.
We're going opposite here.
Okay, so since I've been drinking this one, I'm gonna go to the traditional Crown that everyone mixes with Coke.
Much weaker nose.
Well, I mean, you've been sipping, there's not as much in the glass.
Yeah, that's true. Wet up the glass a little bit. And still, yeah, the other one's definitely got a little bit more going on in the
I'm actually getting butter on the nose, which is a good flavor.
Sure.
I'm gonna try it.
Did I just set that right here?
I wasn't watching. That's the glass you've been using for the past 12 minutes. Because there's water spots I can see.
Yeah, but I was just mixing this one around too. I had them like this, and then I think I just set this one down here.
Gotcha. So my impression, they have the same flavor profile because it's the same mash bill, the same.
To keep them in line with the bottles. Go ahead, sorry.
It's the same, but then this one's finished in the French oak. I'm really getting the oak finish on it. Mm-hmm. And I really like them, but it's one of those situations, and we've talked about this occasionally, like it's a flavor where the first sip you have, you really like, but by the time you get down toward the bottom, you're done with it. You know, it's not.
See, I'm not having that.
Like, I really like it. I have nothing negative to say about it, but I'm kind of done. Like, it's like, there's a reason why, if I were to have this, I would, you know, mix it with Coke.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't dislike it at all. I actually kind of like this one a lot, but I don't know, maybe I'll give it another time or two over the next week. And
I don't mind sipping this neat at all.
yeah.
Not even the basic one. But it's weak, that's all it is. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just weak.
Yeah.
All right, here's the blend.
All right, here is the blend.
I feel like it almost weakened this one up a little bit.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And there's more of the...
Now I'm getting the water forward.
Yeah, there's more of the fancy one in my blend than there is the regular.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now water forward and lacking. And whatever the rye spice is, just it can't push through the water.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
They're both the exact same proof, but mixing them together really made it seem watered down even more so.
It muted down the oak spice, the French oak, which was maybe what was saving this one. Mm-hmm. So,
wow.
It's not horrible. And these are bourbon geeks complaining about 80 proofer that's perfectly acceptable and lots of people love it. But
right, yeah.
It does come across as a bit 80 proof. But that's exactly the wheelhouse for a lot of people. So
sure, nothing wrong with it though. Nothing bad about it. Nothing offensive about it. There's nothing
like
gross
this one,
about it.
But
you know,
they definitely work better as mixers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or if, like we said, a little higher proof, this would be a great, just neat sipper.
Yeah.
You know. All right. Well, this has been a couple of Crown Royal products on the Bourbon Note Whatever Wednesday. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Thanks for watching. Cheers.